Hey everybody, we're going to make some homemade crescent rolls. I haven't tried these, so I'm going to make one batch, and if they are good and I like them, you can make these up and freeze them and just pull them out as you need them. So I'm going to try these and see how we like them, and if I like them, then I'm going to put them in the freezer so that I'll have crescent rolls on hand because we use them a lot. I've got a teaspoon of sugar in here, and you put 1/3 of a cup of warm water, which at lukewarm about 110 to 120 degrees, and then you put 2 1/4 teaspoons of active dry yeast. Get my 1/4, and we're going to let this sit for about 5 minutes for the yeast to activate. Y'all have seen in my videos, it just kind of forms a little bubbles up on top, and so this is the yeast, the dry active yeast that you use. So we'll let that activate and we'll be right back. Okay, we've got this. It's the yeast is working. You can see it's foamy there. So now, in this order, it says combine 1/4 of a cup of sugar. Turn this on. I'm going to do this. 1/4 of a cup of sugar. I'm just going to turn it on. And then it says whole milk. And I heated the milk to 100, and it says between 110 and 120. It gets about 115, so that's what I'm putting it in. Then it says to add room temperature butter, 1/2 cup. So a stick's 1/2 cup. So I'm gonna, whoop, that's slung everywhere. So you add the 1/2 cup of butter at room temperature. And 2 eggs at room temperature. And I forgot to set the eggs out, so if you forget to set your eggs out, you can put them in a bowl of warm water and they will be at room temperature in just a few minutes. So here is 1 egg. Dry this off, and 2 eggs, add these eggs. Now it says add 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Add 2 cups. I'm not going to be exact because we got to add 4 cups and all. It's just to get it going. Here we go. And it says 1.5 teaspoons of kosher salt. So I'm going to add that in there. Let it all get incorporated. And once I get it all mixed together, then I'm going to switch out this paddle for the dough hook. And that looks like it's doing good. So we're just going to take the paddle off. And we're going to put on the dough hook. So switch the dough hook, turn it on low, and add 1/2 cup at a time of the flour until it starts forming the ball. Turn it up a little bit higher. That was a little too slow. Get that in incorporate. So I'm going to be adding a 1/2 cup of flour at a time until I start getting a dough ball. Okay, so here I've got my dough. I sanitize the countertop, move that out of the way. So this will go, I've oiled this bowl here, and I turned the light on in my oven. So we will cover this with a towel, and I'll place it in the oven because it kind of keeps it warm. Let it rise for about 45 minutes, and then I will be back about an hour. I got busy cleaning up and stuff. So anyway, it has doubled in size. So that means that it's ready. So you just gently punch it down. And then I sanitized my countertop with the non-toxic Tough and Tender cleaner from Wellness that I love. So I sanitized it so that we can dump this out and roll this out. And first off, I have to divide this into 2 pieces. And we'll cut this in half and work on halves with these. We're going to roll it out into a round, is this one round? Yeah, a round circle. So I will be back when I have this done out to a round circle. I need one of those little things that has the measuring things where I know what 12 inches is, I guessed. So now we're just going to take a pizza cutter and we're going to cut this in 12 slices. Two, 4, 6, 8. So I need to go one more time. This one looks a little big. So we'll cut all these in half. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I don't know. It's going to be either smaller crescent rolls or whatever. So you take from the big end and you just roll it up just like so. There's your little crescent roll, and you set them on the. I guess you could do different sizes, like if you wanted the mini crescent rolls. I've got some minis, I got some regular sizes. I really actually need a thing, I believe, to measure out the exact size of 12 inches so I could get those right. But anyway, we've got them all ready to go. We're going to throw a towel back over them one more time and let them puff up. Going to stick them back in the oven with the light on and keep them nice and warm since it's so cold. And in 30 minutes, I will bake them. You bake them, let's see, you bake them at 400 degrees for 10 to 12 minutes until they're goldenly brown. And then I'm going to melt some butter while they're baking and to do on the top of it. And then I will come and do a taste test for y'all. Gonna brush these, just got them out. Gonna brush them with butter while they're good and hot. Some of the bigger ones, I like the little smaller ones that I did, or the medium size. These are too big, I feel like, and these are like mini ones. Brush them with melted butter. Sized ones, woo, they're hot. Let's see, I'm gonna break it open. Let me come around there where y'all can see. I'm gonna break it open. Ooh, yeah. Look at that. Yum, yum. My oven is not, neither one of my ovens are doing just right, and things get a little extra brown on the bottom and takes a while to get browned on top, but we're gonna try it. Pretty good. Pretty good. The crescent roll and the ones in the little pop thing is a little sweeter than this, but these are very good. I'm gonna make up some of these. Get me a thing where I can measure the correct size so I can get correct sized. Because look, look at these. That's the little one. That's the big one. That is like hard to tell without having a measured silicone thing that has all the measurements on it. So I think that will help me make the correct cuts and make the correct sized crescent rolls. But there you have it, and you know what's in it.